Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting on a Fan. And yes, the fan is on. Right now the time is approximately 6:25 p.m. Oh, that's right, 6:25 reduces to 13. As in the number 13, blessed be the power of the witch. And the date is Saturday, August 10th, 2019. The sun is transiting in the sign of the Lioness, and the moon is transiting in Sagittarius. So I would like to acknowledge my newest YouTube channel subscribers. They are Corinne Lydia. And I want to tell you, I've known Corinne Lydia for more than, I think I've known her for more than 20 years, but definitely at least 10. I've known her for at least a minimum of 10 years. She is somebody who has lovely energy. She's a fellow WordPress blogger, and I have had the honor and pleasure of consulting the Sacred Oracle on her behalf. I look forward to doing so again in the future, especially now that I've resumed giving in-person readings again. And I also want to acknowledge my other newest YouTube channel subscriber, Damar Quander, or Damar Quander. I think it's Damar Quander. So this video, I have the honor and pleasure of announcing that I am returning to give readings at Notions and Potions. Notions and Potions is this wonderful metaphysics store on Main Street in Beacon, New York, or as I love to call it, freaking Beacon, baby! Beacon is a municipality. It is a city, actually. According to Beacon's official website, and according to the Wikipedia entry for Beacon, New York, it is a city. However, it does look and feel like a small town. And I have had the honor and pleasure of giving readings at Notions and Potions for, actually I think it's been more than a year at this point. Let me consult another oracle that I use. So I'm going to ask my awesome audiovisual person if it's been less than a year or more than a year that I've been giving readings at Notions and Potions. More than a year. Okay, I had a feeling. So it's been more than a year since I began giving readings at Notions and Potions. I am what's called, or as I love to call myself, their guest reader, which means that I speak to Cheryl, who is the living goddess who owns Notions and Potions. I tell her what dates I'm divinely guided to give readings at the store. With anything that I do, and some of you know this quite well, especially Swan of Dreamers, I always look at my trusty copy of Llewellyn's Daily Planetary Guides, and I look at what dates are astrologically and numerologically auspicious for leading events, for giving readings at public venues like Catland, like Notions and Potions, like psychic fairs and things like that. And then it's like, okay, so this works. Is this available? And we go from there. So I'm actually looking forward to giving readings there next month. The last time that I gave readings at Notions and Potions was almost a year ago, actually. And as I mentioned in one of my previous, more recent videos, a lot of things happen at the beginning of the year, and you can watch the video. It's relatively short. But anyway, so I am officially giving readings at Notions and Potions next month on Friday, September 13th, 2019, which is the night before the full moon in Pisces. Hail Yamaya. Saturday, September 14th, 2019, which is the date of the full moon in Pisces. Hail Yimosha. At least on the east coast of the United States. On the Pacific coast of the United States, it's the night before, which would be the Friday, the September 13th. And then finally on Sunday, September 15th, 2019. So I'll be giving readings at Notions and Potions all 3 of those days. Now, a few very important things. For those of you who are going to have readings with me there, please keep in mind that Notions and Potions only accepts cash for readings at the store. So, What that means is, if you're going to have a reading with me at Notions and Potions, especially from Friday, September 13th through Sunday, September 15th, 2019, I highly recommend you have your cash with you ready. Have it on your person. I will not mention any names, but there was somebody who has been availing herself of my psychic services for more than 10 years. I'm referring to somebody else other than Corinne Lydia. And I remember that she had come to Notions and Potions to have a reading with me. And she had not gone to the bank yet. But I mentioned this was on a Saturday. So she didn't go to the bank yet. She wanted to stop in and say hello first, see how I was doing, which I thought was so sweet of her. But it also prevented her from having a reading with me because she needed to go to the bank on a Saturday. She needed to drive to the bank because the bank wasn't on the same block as Notions and Potions. So she needed to go drive to the bank, find parking, park her car, lock her car, go into the bank, wait online, whether it was the teller or the ATM, and then come back to the store. And surprise, surprise, by the time that she got back to the store, I was already giving a reading, which I knew instinctively was going to happen. The moment she told me she had not gone to the bank, I'm like, she's not having a reading with me today. And sure enough, she didn't. So anytime any of you have a reading with me at Notions and Potions, whether it's in the store or at their psychic fairs next door at Chill Wine Bar, I cannot over-recommend the following. Number 1, have the cash ready. Number 2, get there earlier. You get there later, you either run the risk of waiting for the 3 or 4 people ahead of you, or you run the risk of not having a reading with me at all because either the psychic fair is going to end for the evening or the store is going to close for the evening. I would also recommend having in mind what kind of a reading you want, meaning whether it's a reading with the tarot, with oracle cards, with runes, or with palms. Or if you want to go well outside of the box and have a goddess energy healing treatment with me, which I can certainly do at the store, and I can certainly do at the psychic fairs. For the record, I have yet to discuss this with Cheryl, so I would feel more comfortable, and it would be more professionally appropriate if I discuss this with her first. So stay tuned for that. Now, here are the hours of the store from Friday, September 13th through Sunday, September 15th, 2019. So Friday, September 13th, 2019, Notions and Potions is open from 12 to 7 p.m. Saturday, September 14th, 2019, the store is open from 12 to 7 p.m. Sunday, September 15th, 2019, the store is open from 12 to 4 p.m. For the record, Fridays and Saturdays, Notions and Potions is open from 12 to 7 p.m. and Sundays, their hours are 12 to 4 p.m. Now, here's the interesting thing about Saturday, September 14th. It is a second Saturday. Second Saturdays in Beacon, in Dutchess County, and the Hudson Valley area of New York State are very busy ones. Second Saturdays are very popular in those areas, and usually the local merchants have a lot of special activities planned because a lot of people, both locals and visitors, do come to the municipalities in Dutchess County and in the Hudson Valley on second Saturdays. So I would especially recommend on both Saturday, September 14th and Sunday, September 15th, 2019, that you come to have your reading with me earlier than later. On Saturday, September 14th, earlier because a lot of things are happening on that second Saturday in Beacon and in the surrounding municipalities of Dutchess County and the Hudson Valley area of New York State. And also Sunday, September 15th, because the store is only open 4 hours. Now, with regards to the fees for readings at Notions and Potions, as I mentioned earlier, they are cash only, and they are $25 for 20 minutes, $40 for half an hour, $55 for 40 minutes, and $85 for 1 hour. I'm going to read that again a little more slowly. $25 for 20 minutes, $40 for half an hour, $55 for 40 minutes, and $85 for 1 hour. And love offerings are always accepted. I love the phrase love offering. Love offering is a phrase I learned from Patricia Diane Gota-Robles, who wrote, among other books, It's Time for You to Be Financially Free. I love this book, and I'm looking forward to rereading it and using the spiritual decrees in this book. But yeah, it's my preferred way to refer to tips. Now, mind you, I don't have an issue with people calling tips tips, but I love the phrase love offering more. I really love that. I love love offerings. It makes me happy. It really does make me happy. And, you know, I've never required love offerings, but I do put it out there because some people want to, but they don't know if they can. Over the years, I've met people that thought they would offend me if they gave me a love offering. And no, I actually take it as a huge compliment. In fact, I remember one of the very first professional readings I conducted, the client said to me that her mother taught her that if a client receives an especially good reading, to give the reader a tip. So I love that. I mean, I love all kinds of love offerings. I mean, yes, I do love the cash ones most, and I do love referrals of clients and students a lot as well. Those are my two favorites, but I have no issue with somebody giving me a cup of coffee or a sweet treat or a snack. I will say that while my teeth are still healing, anything that's soft is the way to go with regards to giving me food treats. But yeah, cash love offerings and referrals of clients and students, those are my favorites of all. Now, the other thing I want to say is that definitely when it comes to giving, I thought about this briefly, and every once in a while I think about it, and I always think to myself, well, what if I offered readings via telephone and the client would pay me directly via PayPal, and I would just give the percentage to the store? I thought about it. But you know what? Cheryl knows what she's doing. The store's been open for so many years, and I really don't want to mess her flow. You know what I'm saying? And what if a client walks in and wants a reading and they have to wait until I finish my reading? Yeah, it's just, I really want to keep things as simple and as sublime, as easy and as effortless as possible when I give readings at Notions and Potions. Because, number one, Cheryl took a chance on me. You know, here's this guy from New Jersey who just happened to be visiting Beacon, New York for the first time. She didn't know me. She just went with her intuition. And she took a chance, and it's proven quite well. And I'm really happy about that. And, you know, it happened to be the manifestation of a long-time goal and desire that I've had, which is to guest read in other places. You know, I love that. I love that, you know, here is this beautiful metaphysics store in a beautiful area of New York State. Not upstate New York. Some people think it's upstate New York. No, it's the Hudson Valley. There is a difference. And I've been to both, so I know there's a difference. And, you know, I love the concept of it. I love the thought of, you know, going to different metaphysics stores that are relatively easily accessible via mass transit, and where there are taxis that I can take to the store nearby the train station or the bus station or what have you, and that there are hotels nearby that are inexpensive and that are safe and comfortable, and I can just do my thing and guest read, and here we go. And then, you know, I receive money, I receive love, I receive gifts, I receive new clients, and then I go back home. I love that. I love that. It makes me so happy to do that. And I am absolutely open and receptive to new opportunities opening up for me. And I'm looking forward to them. And for all I know, they could be happening right this second. the great goddess is opening up new doors of opportunity for me, and she's making sure that I walk through those doors so she nails them back. I love that. In a future video, I think I'm gonna read some of my personal favorite affirmations and spiritual decrees from both Dr. Catherine Ponder's books and also the books of the late and great Florence Scovel Shinn. But for now, YouTube, as always, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. And I want to lovingly remind all of you that giving this video a like will help make a difference for me, make a difference for you too. I invite you to use the share options. Although I no longer use Facebook or Google+, one can share this video on Facebook as well as via Facebook Messenger, Google+, and then of course there's Twitter, my beloved Twitter, there's Tumblr, there's Pinterest, and we all know how Pinterest palooza crazy I went recently. And then of course I cannot over-recommend that if you are going to have a reading with me at Notions and Potions, let me know in the comments. Let Cheryl know. I'm actually going to put a link in the accompanying blog post to all of the social media platforms that Notions and Potions uses. That way you can contact the store directly, surprise me. You can let Cheryl know and she won't let me know that you're coming to have a reading with me. And as always, thank you YouTube for honoring who I am and what I do. I wish you and yours many blessings of love and light, prosperity and peace. And good night.